I don't
That's what
know,
people
like
forget.
the world is just the world is just all types of messed up. There's human trafficking, there's um, drug trafficking, and then there's mysterious murders, and then there's a lot of stuff, like so many things happening. Like people end up dead, and nobody wants to say anything. There's serial killers, and then there's those people that no one cares about, and then they get killed, and nobody knows who they are, and they can't even identify them. And that's a scary thing about the world.
Mm.
And I don't know, it's just all types of craziness. And then there's the government. The government like does a lot of bad stuff. There's like the government hides up a lot of stuff, and I mean everyone knows that the government hides stuff. And I mean it's not just aliens. There's also like secrets of celebrity deaths like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, she was killed by because I was watching this documentary, and it was talking about Marilyn Monroe, and a close friend of Marilyn Monroe said that she's like, I'm gonna like, she's gonna say something. She said she was gonna say something. She was gonna talk about the relationship she had with the Kennedy brothers. And yeah, like everyone knew that she was having an affair with the Kennedys, like especially like since that one whenever she was singing happy birthday to the president and stuff, like they knew. And then like there's also this conspiracy, I don't know if it's true, but there's also this conspiracy saying that they meant to kill JFK or whatever, just like they meant to kill Abraham Lincoln, because they wanted to kill Abraham Lincoln because, I don't know, some bullshit with the Civil War, that they wanted to make money off the Civil War and stuff. And I don't know, it's just like a lot of crazy stuff about it. That's just one of those.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, it's a lot of stuff. And then there's the human trafficking, and then there's the film industries. Like the film industries are even like sketchy. Like the people that make the movies and stuff. It's sketchy. I'm serious. A lot of celebrities talk about it. Celebrities talk about how pedophilia plays in a very big part.
Well, the porn industry, like, it's all about money, like, no matter what race you are, you're just, okay, let's go do this, bang, bang, we're finished, here's $100,000. No, I'm joking, less than that, but still.
There was this video, this documentary, and I was talking about, this woman, she was talking about this thing called the casting couch. And it's like this porn website or whatever. And like basically, they take you into a room, and they're telling you it's for an interview, but it's really not for an interview.
And there's like children, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not just, adults, it's children. And then like pedophilia, they were talking about like in one of the interviews, is that that they, whenever they were younger, they would sit them in a room with a bunch of other kids, and then all these men would come in. And they weren't just regular men, they were businessmen, and there were other people that had connections with those businessmen and had connections to other stuff, And it's crazy because, like, and then that's why, like, they say that's why a lot of children, go missing, because, like, stuff like that. And, I mean, I watch Criminal Minds and stuff, and, like, I've never ever thought, like, I always wonder, like, where do the children grow? Like, they have to be somewhere. And they are somewhere, or either some of them
Well,
are.
yeah, they're like in the basement or something. They have PTSD, they're like somewhere around the world. Like as you speak, like as we speak, there's a lot of deaths going on, a lot of trafficking, war.
Yeah.
I think a
Yeah.
day, like over 12 million people. No, not 12 million. Like a day, at least fucking like 15, 20,000 people die a day around the world.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just like the government's really, really crazy. And then people talk about, I mean, most of the stuff I do believe, but some of the stuff, like, still is, like, questionable. Like, oh, and there was this thing, I saw on Facebook, and I kind of like it opens up my mind a little bit, and like it gives me a different like view on it. And they were talking about how like they use black people for organs and stuff. That's and like
That's
like
weird.
I don't know if you heard about that one guy like I was telling you the other day about Kendrick Johnson. He was a basketball player at a high school, and I think in Atlanta, Georgia, and they never knew what happened
Yeah.
to him. And he was found in his gym, rolled up in a mat, and he was missing a shoe, and later on his organs were replaced with tissue, with newspaper, and they didn't know what happened to him. But like I said, people are making theories about that. Black people are being used for organs and stuff. And George Washington, his teeth weren't made out of wood. People are saying, I mean, I
You
believe
mean
it. It's made out
you mean
of.
what's the name? George. Yeah, George Washington. Yeah.
I did say George Washington.
Yeah, my bad. Cause remember last time you said Lincoln. Yeah. You were like 110
I don't
years
know why
off.
I kept confused. I don't know why I confused them both. I'm so dumb. But yeah, like, and in this documentary, like this guy was saying that, if his teeth were really wood, um, they would be, they would have already like, been soaked and everything, and they would have already like broke apart and stuff.
Yeah, then Lincoln supposedly, well, which, wait, then, what's his name had, Benjamin Franklin had bifocals, like glasses, dual glasses.
It's just a lot of crazy stuff that had happened in history, and I don't know.
Uh,
I forgot how to run this game. But yeah, it's just like it's just one thing after the other. There's so many secrets that are being kept from us and stuff.
yeah. Like, I remember Max to me, he was saying, like, this world's crazy, man. It is. I mean, look at him. Look at the situation he has now.
I know, and it's really fucked up. Like that's crazy how that just happened. And it's just like it happened out of nowhere. Like he just he was playing game
Yeah.
with us one day, and now he's like not here
And
anymore.
in a way, me and Uncle were kind of expecting something because he said, I'm done with the game. Remember that? If you
Yeah.
really think about it, what he said, yeah, he's like, I'm done with the game. And
I mean, what if he wasn't done? Maybe, what if something like, what if he knew, like, I don't know. I gotta tell. I don't know where it's at. But
I just
yeah,
hope he doesn't go to federal prison. I mean, that you're talking 5 to 10 years
fucking
maximum.
years. That,
Yeah.
that was done. Run, bitch.
Or the deportation.
See, that's even worse, going back and it's like, I mean, he hasn't been there so long, right?
Well, he told me a couple, like, well, I think 6 months ago, his mom's like, I don't want to go back to Africa and all that. America is getting boring. That's what she said, apparently. I don't know. At his house, there's always argument. I don't know why. His brother's doing some things, sister's doing some things.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like, who
I have his
knows?
brother on Snapchat.
Yeah. Do you know him, like, in real life? Well, no,
Who?
well, do you, like, know him? Well, do you know his brother, like, really good? I know his brother really good, too, but I don't
His
know what
younger
he would
brother?
say. Well, Yusuf, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like whenever I play game with him, like I would talk to him.
Oh, yeah. The TG book, that's his nephew. Like, I didn't tell him nothing about it. He's like, oh, I don't like my uncle and all that. He's like, he already knew. His mom already told him. That's sad. Now he's gonna look at his uncle as like, oh, you fucking crazy ass or something like that. But this little generation has to understand.
His generation's all types of fucked up.
They don't understand. They're like, okay, he's bad, bad. No. You be like sitting home, relax, and next thing you know, fucking cops come in. Put your hands up. Yeah, like, man. Yeah. Over
Oh,
here, I think cops now arrest people even if you spit on the floor, if they catch you spitting on the
I
floor
don't know if I
or
told you this
pavement.
already, but the justice system wasn't made for to protect, black and white. y- It wasn't meant to protect the blacks and Hispanics. It was meant to protect the white people from the blacks and Hispanics. That's why every time, whenever a black person or a Mexican gets arrested, it's always something bad happens to us. We either get deported or, worse.
Yeah.
And even if we have our papers, still bad shit happens, no matter what.
Mm.
And that's because just because of the justice system, just because of the way it works. I need to find a damn generator.
Like the three most targeted races. Yeah, well, there's the whites, it's supposed to be like the most dominant. Then there's the blacks and the Hispanics. All three are just killing each other, with
Oh shit.
racism and vulgar and whatnot. I mean, Asians, they really don't fuck with anybody. I mean, yeah, they had Vietnam and
And
you had
then
Chinese and
and people
yeah.
are talking about what's that guy Kaepernick about the Nike ad, and people are saying, oh, um it's not about the flag, they're saying, and people are like talking about that he was disrespecting um the national anthem, and it's not about the national anthem, it's not about the flag, it's about equality.
Mm.
And that's what people don't understand.
In our high schools, like most of us used to stand up and put our hands, and I did that most of the time. But half the other classes didn't even fucking stand up. But what you would call it,
Whenever
you know,
Trump
they're
ran office, whenever Trump started running office, I don't know. I think this actually happened in class. Um, the kids were going on protest. They're like, we're not gonna stand up for Trump because they're not gonna stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance because of Trump.
mm,
And I understand, why they wouldn't do that. I mean, why they would do that. Like, I understand. And then, like, plus, like, everything that Trump says, it's just, there's a word for it, but I can't say it.
they're trying to compare him to Hitler. It's funny.
I almost had that fucking thing.
Yeah.
That guy's coming.
Like they're trying to compare him to Hitler. It's kind of funny, fucked up. He's nowhere close to Hitler. Like they're trying to say, "Oh, making Germany great again, making America great again." What the fuck? People are twisting their history. You know, one thing I posted about Facebook, about what Hitler said this morning. Well, you know,
I'm like hiding from Michael Myers. Um, oh yeah, and
yeah,
then he's not a good businessman. People were saying that he's filed for bankrupt 5 times already. Like,
mhm,
he's not a good president. I mean, in my opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
mhm,
I mean, I want to say it's a fact, but people are there's always gonna be someone that disagrees, so I just say opinion. Fuck that. Oh, oops, that nigga's coming. That nigga's coming for me. Run, bitch. shit. Funny thing, he has to run all the way back down to come catch me. Can't catch me now, bitch. Can't catch me now. Watch. If I keep talking shit, he's gonna catch me. Watch. Oh yeah, he's gonna grab me. Oh shit, he's about to grab me. Oh no. No. I'm scared. I need to stop playing these scary games. I really do. I can't be playing them. Then my adrenaline like goes up and it's scary.
I know a game I can't probably still play. It's on the original Xbox. It's called Fear.
Oof.
Oh my god.
He got me. He got me. Oh my god, he got me. This is bullshit. I'm not gonna try with it.
Like, what do you think, Kenny? You think America could have another civil war or some type of, war and all that? You never know. I mean, we're getting overpopulated. The system's fucked up. People are getting overcrowded in prisons and all that.
I don't even want to play no more.